Since I've been staying with the Reeds, I thought I'd do a Draw My Life video. So, you already know a little bit about me, but since this is a documentation of my life, I need to start from the beginning. I'm from a place where it's really cold. We like to put gravy on our fries. The true north, strong and free. And we say sorry a lot. Sorry. If you guessed Canada, then you're right. I was born in Montreal, but my family was always traveling. I don't remember all of it, but I remember moving around a lot. I didn't really know my parents. There was an accident. I was really young when it happened. I just remember a police officer holding my hand and trying to explain that they weren't coming back. The Reeds took me in, and I moved to Calgary to live with them. Mr. Reed was my mother's brother, but he died shortly afterwards. I liked him, though. He smelled of mint and wore large sweaters and read to me before bed. I stayed with his wife, Mrs. Reed, and their children, Joanna, John, and Liz. We never really got along. I was a bit of a lonely kid. I spent a lot of time by myself. I drew, played solitaire. I even made my own doll to play with. His name was Mr. Buttons. It all started when the Reeds took me in. John would pick on me. At first he called me names. He'd tell me I didn't belong, that no one wanted me. He then started taking my things. Sometimes he'd get violent. John was awful. I think Joanna and Liz were afraid of him. They never intervened. Mrs. Reed was oblivious to what her son was. John would find an excuse to pick on me almost daily. Eventually, it escalated. On the bright side, this pushed me to take things into my own hands. My wonderful art teacher, Miss Temple, found a scholarship to a prep school. Helen and I applied, and we both got in. Prep school wasn't the easiest because I didn't really fit in there either, but I did have Helen. I finally felt safe. It wasn't perfect, but it was something like home. Helen and I even started a book club. It's still a book club, even if there's only 2 people. We would read through volume after volume. We would discuss philosophy, religion, politics. She taught me photography. We grew together, but more than anything, we looked after each other. Or rather, I should say, Helen looked after me. In our last year at prep school, Helen helped me apply for university. She was always looking out for me, even when she started feeling sick. Even when the chemo started, she was more worried about distressing me than actually looking after herself. When the diagnosis came in, she promised me that she would fight it. When she was dying, it was hard to watch. She was my best friend, but she's in a better place now. I believe that. I graduated early and moved to Vancouver for university, where I studied to be a nurse, which brings me to where I am today. I've moved all across this country, and I've never really had a home. But I've learned that it's not the physical location that's most important. It's the feeling of belonging, just as you are.